Hello and welcome, this is Unnormalism and this is another bot bash. Got a couple of graphical issues, but that's okay. In a bot bash, we take as many bots as possible and put them in as small a place as possible and watch them duke it out for our entertainment. Today we've got 4 bots. I have created a custom bot called Warlord. As you can see, Warlord. Warlord is a highly aggressive bot because one of the problems when you watch... Oh boy, here we go. We're going to see our first little skirmish here. I haven't even had a chance to introduce the players or introduce anything, but let's have a little fighter race straight away. I think this favors Dragon, partly because the range unit over there is over there, but archers are just an amazing unit, and I feel like spears can handle the front line. The only thing I think is their weak spot is this chemist, but we've got all these peasants in the fray, so that should be an easy win for the Dragon, ideally. And it looks like, yeah, that's the way it's turning. He's going to get pulled in there. The archer's just going to go to town on everything. Dead. Now this guy's going to go down. Oh, yep. So now the Blade Acolyte's going to go down, and then we'll... not Blade Acolyte, Staff Adept. Then we'll just have the Leaf Disciple left. And that'll be a quick win for the Dragon to start. So, to explain what a bot bash is, we take as many bots as possible, and we put them in as small a place as possible and watch them duke it out. And today I've created my own AI. Not really, just a bot. See, when you create bots, basically just a little text dump of settings of how aggressive they are, how much they like to harass, how much they like to favor horses, battle gear, heroes, how clever they are, how intelligent they are, things like that. All these little factors that they focus on. So I've put certain settings really high and kept others kind of low to ensure that the AI will play very aggressively. Because one of the problems with Battle Realms and watching bots fight each other is they're not very aggressive. I thought they'd be able to see up there. They're not very good at killing other players. I don't like this. Oh boy, this is not a... This is the kind of thing I want to avoid, because they do stuff like this, where they send out one guy to attack an enemy and run back and lure enemies into an ambush. Never works. Never plays off. Just ends up stalling the game out. The other problem is the AI, when they attack, they're really bad at finishing off the enemy. So it's very hard for the AI to end a game. You'll see a lot of... They build up a really big army, they push out, the army gets defeated, the other guy gets to build up enough to fend off the next attack, and this cycle just goes on and on. The swordsman's going to attempt to lure this entire army over. Wow, that was lucky, dodged one of the shots. See if he gets any further away. Oh yeah, he's making it, but I think he's out of stamina now, so that should be a pretty quick kill on him. These muskets can't see up there, that's really disadvantageous. And that'll be a quick kill on those Serpent Warriors. I think this is going to be the real hot spot. Once we see a tower go up somewhere really close to this water, you'll see fighting nearly non-stop over here. In the meantime, we've got more fighting over here. So we'll have to see how these bots fare. To be fair, I might not have the perfect settings yet. I'd like to think I do. As you can see, the AI is building up fairly quickly. And I set them to maximum aggression, a little bit of like a decent amount of exploration. The only thing I didn't set them on, I set them on 0 harassment, because I didn't want them committing these tiny bubbles. It should be all or nothing, but I might need to raise that to like 10% or something, or maybe even actually 100% to make sure they commit their forces every time, because this is not a good showing from the Serpent forces right now. So this will be quickly cleaned up, and it looks like I would say the Wolf is the big threat right now. They've got these Berserkers, they've got 3 Berserkers and 2 Ballistermen. I consider Ballistermen, you know, premium damage dealers, and Berserkers are a great front line. Here we go, the Serpent's picking a fight with Lotus. This isn't going to go very well for them. Lotus is building up very quickly as well, but Lotus can't really afford to be having their forces whittled down like that. Is that musket hitting the tower? What's he targeting? It must be hitting that Leaf Disciple. I think this doesn't really help the Lotus much. I would consider actually the Lotus to be one of the strongest teams, just in their units just have some better effects, things like that. Here it seems like the Wolf is going to send a force around here to attack Dragon. Maybe they'll try and do this ambush strats from the forests. But in general, yeah, I've struggled to sort of get a decent quality bot bash going. With Battle Realms, it sort of always ends up in the same way, where it's like you have a slow build up where nothing really happens. Is that a tower? Nope. So you have a slow build up like this, where you don't get a lot going on. Wow, they have a lot of samurai. I probably need to look up what the different stats for the AI mean, because maybe the reason they're all going to the top tier units right now is because of aggressiveness or something like that. But yeah, you see the build up, and then they sort of just sit on the forces, and then when they attack, they tend not to attack with everything, and you get this problem where if you don't attack with everything, it's not enough to kill the enemy. So you get just not a good enough fight. A game just stagnates, it doesn't go anywhere. See these weird paving? It seems like there's like actual markers of where they travel, which is interesting. And here, again, we're going to see the Lotus get absolutely cleaned up here by this giant wolf army. There's not even a wolf unit going to die here. I would be surprised if any wolf go down. I'm not going to see any of them. Yeah, it looks like that'll be completely cleaned up. Unless these all have Warlock, so I can't remember what it is, Rite of Ascension. Unless they all had Rite of Ascension, that might have done it, but they did not. Well, hopefully once this field from the Unclean One disappears, the Wolf will then take their entire army and go march on the Lotus and eliminate them from the game, just like that, and the game will be over for Lotus. I want to see people die this game. I've had too many games of nobody dying. Where is the Dragon Force? They had a small army. Oh, is that it? I think I'm back. How's the Serpent doing? Serpent's building up nicely. They're actually running out of rice really quickly, which is why I tend to set it on maximum rice growth. This time it's on medium. This is also a very bad map for it, because it's very poor amounts of rice in an individual patch. But hopefully it's not hindering the game too much. And now we are going to see the dragon go in, and this looks like it will be the death of the Lotus clan, which, thank goodness, is the fastest kill I think I've ever seen in one of these games. Not only that, we've got all three forces coming in to pick on these poor Lotus clan. Just for reference, the players are just their race and power, because they're all using the same bot code, AI, whatever, the same amount of difficulty in that, so they're all Warlord, they're all just their clan, and yeah, this is going to be a very... Okay, never mind. We've got a mix of fighting going on. I'll try and catch as much as I can. I can't zoom out any further, but we can see the Dragon, Lotus, and Wolf fighting in the bottom left, and up the top right we've got the Serpent and Wolf duking it out. I think that favors the Serpent because they've got more forces up there. This is more in the back? Nope. And down here, hopefully the Dragon will be able to continue destroying this base, but it seems like for the time being the forces of Yin and Yang are remaining balanced. Yeah, this is sort of the death sentence for the Lotus. Their peasants won't be able to do anything. Just slowly everything gets torn down. As you can see, even over here, they're slowly destroying everything. That's dragging more fighters into the fray. Serpent Clan, what are you doing? Oh, you're still stuck around a Berserker? That's okay. You guys do your thing, you know. Where'd all those... Oh, they went over there? Yeah, so this is actually the death of the Serpent, Lotus. Good! I don't like the Lotus. Kill the Lotus. Lotus were my favorite team at a time. Wolf is always my favorite though. Don't ever be mistaken in thinking any other team has my heart. My heart belongs to the Wolf clan. They simply just have the most fun. Like, look at this. They're wielding giant flails. I'm surprised by their slowing effect. Is that what the Ronin do? I thought the Ronin lowered damage. Yeah, it looks like that's what the Ronin do. No, maybe I'm confusing it with an older version of the ability, Fall Winter of the Wolf, or something to that extent, which makes a lot of sense. Here we're actually going to see the Dragon Clan engaging in this fight over here, which is a huge mistake, because they do not want to fight the Wolf Clan. That's going to end up a wash for both sides, and you'll see that no one really gets ahead if they do that. And the Lotus will be given a chance to rebuild. The Lotus did get the short end of the stick here with being in the middle of all three opponents. Personally, I'd be able to handle it as a Lotus player because Lotus are overpowered, but because the AI aren't very good, you know, they can't handle three enemies. I can't actually put my money where my mouth is. I tried to take on multiple bots on Wheel of Chaos for fun, and even dropping it down to 3, they steamrolled me. I think I could probably take 2 of them. I could probably manage that, depending on which team I'm playing. Maybe as Lotus, I think Serpent would be my best bet, just because Serpent I'm actually quite decent with. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be a cleanup of Lotus. And it's going to take them a while. Population is normal speed, by the way. Normal growth, normal everything. So we shouldn't see anything exceptional, but it's just so hard to eliminate a team for the AI. They really don't know how to focus. They don't know how to keep things on lockdown. And so you'll see that even despite having this overwhelming force, really, they just struggle to make any headway on destroying this base. And this one archer is causing so much havoc. This is giving Serpent a chance to ideally ascend through the ranks, build up an army. Again, the lack of resources on this map is a real struggle. Some maps you have so many resources, and as a result, you just get that stalemated game. I'll try another map after this, if this one goes reasonably quick, and record another game of some real good violence. See if we can get another example. Maybe just two bots against each other, but we'll see. Kabuki Warriors doing their juggling idle animation. These sledges are so good at taking down buildings, but they're just getting stuck right now. I'm not sure what's going on. If they just turned around and started hitting with stuff, the space would be gone in seconds. Not so... Oh, they're pretty decent at killing peasants as well. Oh, goodness. Yeah, there we go. Smash it down. And I think with every building that gets eliminated... the less difficulty the AI will have targeting bases, targeting things down, because right now they're getting caught between the decision of attacking 3 different buildings. The less buildings there are, the more they'll just focus on the buildings they need to destroy. Which right now is peasant huts. Just need to rush in and destroy those peasant huts. And you can see just how poorly the AI is faring. Like this, they might even kill off another unit here at this rate because they're just taking too long. And Serpent's coming in now, so Serpent's going to clean up the Wolf Clan, and then they'll get stuck in the cycle of fighting the Lotus. It's a vicious cycle. I do recall with the Lotus Clan, if you are playing against many enemies, many enemies, building lots of unclean ones and using their damaging skull area of effect, that's very effective at stopping the enemy from attacking you if you're against multiple foes. Just because the damage persists for so long, you can actually really deal with them quite effectively. This is actually a much more successful attack force because there is the Geisha on the horse. Geisha on a horse, invaluable. She'll keep all the troops refreshed. Oh, but there's a fight down here with the dragon. 3 Geisha fighting something that they can't possibly hope to win. This is going to be a long, slow fight because of the healing. And the two chemists that aren't going to do any damage. Oh dear, I've made a terrible mistake. Oh dear. Okay, back over here we go. And we see just down to 1 peasant hut now, so they're producing peasants as slowly as possible. Hopefully, if these cannoneers can focus on that peasant hut, that'll be the death of the Lotus Clan. And we can see the game move into a three-way stalemate. How is the Wolf Clan faring? Much the same as anyone else. Resources are kind of dry, so they're just sort of... I think one of the problems is the peasants aren't actually dropping off resources right now. They're dropping off water to fill the rice patches. Rice paddies? I forget what they're really called. Meaning that they're not getting more rice than they should. It's growing as slow as possible, which is just not helpful for them. And once these peasants are gone, that is it for the Lotus Clan. They will be out of the game. No more Lotus. Say goodbye. And you see how long that took? They were out of the game for so long, and it took so long to kill them. Like, it took 3 different teams having their own individual go and fighting over killing them to finally eliminate them. Now we see the Wolf Clan coming out. I like the Werewolf. I like it a lot. I do prefer to save the transformation until the Berserker is low so I can get that full heal. But I like the fact that they're using their abilities. That means they've got a can, right? Yeah. So, Wolf Clan's actually going up through the tech tree decently. Just need to see a Wolf Ball pit. It'll never happen again because these resources are so limited. You'll never see the teching go beyond what it currently is. So this is about as violent as it's going to get. And we do see a big serpent dragon force coming here from the dragon player. Did I see a Zen arrow flying out there? Thought I saw a blue arrow. I must be going crazy. We've got dragon skin on that samurai. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've recorded, so I'm a bit sloppy on some of the names, which is really bad because you'd think I'd remember a samurai. Another engagement with the wolf clan up here. That peasant is dead, and these units should get cleaned up as well. That's a werewolf. It should be able to single-handedly take them. But reinforcements coming, and here comes the main dragon force. And right now, it's kind of interesting to see. The dragon really is the kingmaker here. Well, not the kingmaker, but they're really the playmaker. They could, right now, go and fight Wolf and cripple Wolf, or they could go attack Serpent and do the same with this nice big force. And it looks like they're going to go charge north with most of their force, not all of it, and run into these tier 1 units and one berserker. That is, one berserker will make a big difference. Hopefully do a bit more damage than just this little bit they're doing right now. That samurai needs to get in there, because if those archers get pulled into melee, that is, they're no good at melee. Even though neither side of this... Oh no, the berserker's doing fine, it's just the archer isn't doing well. These units actually got split off from the rest of the fight, so it seems to have favored Dragon a little bit. This is very important, Dragon being able to get to this rice, even if they're long distance harvesting. It's not an effective strategy. Build a peasant hut there and you're done. But we'll see what they do. What's fighting over here? We've got a pitch slinger just getting killed by this serpent force. 4 raiders. You know, if that was coming up here and attacking this once, and attacking this once, and attacking this once, I might think that was worthwhile. But as is, it's really not. You can see they actually have a decent amount of resources, and it's a surprise they're not doing more with it. It feels like they need to get another peasant getting more water, and then that would give them the water they need to actually make use of their resources. This poor berserker hobbling his way back. Wish you could see what technologies they had. That would make all the difference, being able to see if they had the full healing for wolves and the various small upgrades for the different teams. Some teams really live off their upgrades, like the archer upgrades are incredible for Dragon, so not having them really just isn't doing them any favors. And here we see a raider who's going to pick a fight and run away. The raiders are really ridiculously weak, and without... Yeah, see, this is just what's going to happen each time. But they might actually drag the Dragon and Wolf Clan into a fight together, which, I don't know, not the worst thing for them to do. I really wish they wouldn't do this stupid trying to pull forces away. And now the Serpent is also trying to harvest rice from this fatty. And that's actually interesting because it means we've got competing forces going for it. See the flash powder going off from the Kabuki Warrior, keeping the stunned units in melee range. I love that ability. 3 uses, so it's invaluable to have because it's just that little bit of a stun. Actually, they're being stunned for way longer than they should be. Okay, there they go. That was a bit weird. That was like Utara level stuns, where your units just can't do anything for the entire fight. And now the Serpent comes in to try and clean up, but the Wolf force is actually the bigger force here. But these units are still not doing anything. I think the flash powder has broken them. That's amazing. So I guess Serpent just gets to sort of juke it out and clean it up with these 2 Ronin. Still good health, and once they get through these units, they'll move on to the next ones and slowly kill off the entire force, I imagine. Unless all 3 of them get aggroed at once, but I don't even know if that'll break the stun effect that's currently on them. Oh, nope. Okay, they're going home. Well, at least that's something. At least they're not stunned. This is an interesting fight. Sledges are very, very beefy, but not very damage, as far as I understand it. Especially because they do a crushing damage, and I wouldn't say a lot of units are vulnerable to crushing compared to slashing, which is what the Ronin does, I believe. I believe it's slashing. You'll have to bear with me. I don't remember all the damage types either. I haven't looked at a chart for a while. Quick tech update. Nothing new for the Wolf. Nothing new for the Serpent. Dragon. Nothing new. Yeah, so this seems like the tech level we're going to stay at for the rest of the game. I should really just start it on Kill the Keep. Games go a little bit faster with Kill the Keep, because then you get Zen Warriors popping out, you get all those good things. and we enter a stalemate. I think these units might be permanently broken somehow. They don't seem to be taking aggro or fighting or anything. They're just sort of confused, which I've never seen before. Not even in a bot bash, not ever. Not in my own games. And I do play a little bit. So it does seem a bit strange that this has happened. But if this goes on any further, they're going to aggro the main force. Maybe this will... Oh, here they go. Yeah, they're going to go into attack. Okay. So it's just a little bit weird for a minute there. Maybe the crossbowman just did so little damage they didn't care. Look at this speedy boy go. He's outrunning wolves right now, and he better because he needs to for his life. Unfortunately, the werewolf got him. And now he'll pay for it. Now the Serpent Clan will pay for it by losing peasants to this violence. Wolf Clan represent. Woo woo. See, actually, a couple of berserkers did get pulled into this forest. Maybe it's those bugged berserkers, or those acting weird berserkers. I don't want to say completely bugged. But you'll see they should get picked apart pretty handily. I see there's a geisha in there. She needs to disengage from the combat and heal her allies. But it looks like, yeah, this completely favors the Serpent Clan right now. They might lose the geisha and a swordsman. That's actually not great. But otherwise, they should just clean up these berserkers and brawler. Meanwhile, Swordsman running off to go pick a fight with the greater force, and he will die just as easily. Not sure what they were thinking. And after this, we'll check up on the Dragon Clan. They haven't been in a scrap for a while, so they should have a nice big force. And yeah, there we go. Serpent Clan's going to send out their army, but I don't think it'll fare too well. Again, never build Packmasters. I don't know why you would. I'm pretty sure a Berserker, and if not a Berserker, then a Werewolf, can have 3 wolves with them. I do think wolves are worth having, but I don't think Packmasters are worth having. Packmasters, they're a useless kind of unit. The expectation is that they come with the wolves, but all your wolf units can pick up a wolf. You don't need to wait for, a Packmaster to do that. Any unit can go to the wolf den and pick it up. Is it wolf den? Wolf's den, yeah. And here comes that dragon force I was talking about. 3 Kabuki warriors, 3 spearmen, and a cannoneer. If they have 3 flash powders, that might be okay, but that is not a force that's going to kill anything. And they don't really have anything at home either to make use of it. This wolf force is actually getting quite sizable, but I suspect it's going to die off a bit. Oh, here we go. Okay, big fight here. Got the flash powder going off. Gonna see, I can't really see because of all the trees. Can I zoom in? It's not helping. Can I rotate the camera? I don't believe so. There must be some way to do it, I just don't remember it. So we're stuck right now with this awkward tree vision of the 2 clans fighting it out. Oh boy, and another fight over there. Sorry, completely missed that. So here we go, big fights across the board. I think it still favors the Dragon Clan overall, except the Wolf have so many units. What? What? What happened for a moment there? The Dragon Clan used their secret ninja arts. They escaped! They turned invisible and escaped! I've never seen anything like that. It's amazing. Okay, now it's happening to everyone. What's going on? Why is that happening? Why are things going invisible? I'm so confused. If anyone knows what that is, please explain it to me. I've never seen things just turn in... This is a game of firsts for me. I feel like something's breaking. Like, steadily, increasingly breaking down here right now. And for now, the Wolf Clan claims the neutral patty. More units coming along. How are they doing for resources? See, they've got a decent amount of resources. They should be able to build more than what they currently have, but it's like they get stuck somehow, and I'm not sure what it is. What's happening with Dragon? Again, decent number of resources. I don't know if a town hall is more expensive than that. I feel like they do have a town square. Okay, so they should be good enough to go up the tech tree and get even more things. I mean, maybe a keep is too expensive. I understand that. But it's just weird, the AI Seems to get stuck on these things for some reason. I don't know what it is. Ideally, the Wolf Clan will go up here chasing horses and find the rice paddy, build up there with a peasant hut, harvest all that rice, and then proceed to win the game. Another fight in the trees. I'm never using this map again. Tired of fights in the trees that I can't see. 4 geisha. Absolutely worthless 4 geisha. Not going to help anyone. Again, we've entered sort of a stalemate-y point of the game where, despite there being 3 sides, you'd think eventually 2 of them would just attack one enemy. But because of the low resources, the skirmishy gameplay, not a lot ends up happening. Even though this person has 4 geishas, it should be an easy fight to take. Where is this pitch slinger going? He's doing a runner. He decided to get out of this map. He agrees with me. This is not the map to play on. I love how those trees, like, they're 3D, I get it, but they look so 2D when you scroll like that. Like it's just flattening the image rather than, you know, rather than being a 3D model. Sorry, I was just looking at that tree one last time. Again, another fight here that's not going to do anything. There's geishas for days, so this swordsman and horse will never die. That samurai will. There's 4 geisha. This horse isn't going to die. Not until the 4 geisha are engaged and killed. Even the game music's chilled out. Just back to the menu music. It's like, yeah, this isn't a real fight. Well, I'll tell you what, I've seen enough, I think, at this point. I don't think we're actually going to see anything really come of this. Well, we'll see. This could be promising. This force, if they attack over here, maybe they'll get some damage done while the Serpent force is over here fighting Dragon. So we'll watch this fight, and then we'll jump over there to the Wolf in a minute once we see how this fight fares. Because with all these geisha, this shouldn't actually favor the Serpent clan too much, or it'll favor them hugely because they'll be able to keep all the units up. The geishas make for poor fighting units. They're really just a support that you want 2 or 3 of at most with like a big-sized army. So as I thought, Dragon is slowly chewing through this, and the geisha aren't really contributing basically at all. So I feel like Dragon's going to clean that up. Meanwhile, down here, Wolf is actually doing a decent amount of damage, and this could tip the game scales again. If the Serpent clan is actually put in a bad enough way to get eliminated, I will watch this game on. Because I do believe, you know, with a team getting eliminated, it does change the shape of the game. It's just, it takes so long to get there. What they really need is to focus this tower down before this pitch slinger dies, because he's not going to destroy that house. If anything, he needs to target the tower personally, so that his fire carries over the buildings and does damage. Or this peasant hut catching on fire really badly and then spreading to the tower would also do it. But it looks like this pitch slinger might even die before that. Oh, okay, got the peasant hut. It's not going to get one more shot off, sadly. But this has seriously gimped the Serpent clan. And up here, we actually see a Serpent clan victory. There's no way that powder keg cannoneer is going to deal with a hand cannoneer. Because 3 geishas will just slowly heal that up for 4 geishas. All 4 geishas lived. There you go. Dragon still building back up, but this is invaluable right now. They've distracted the peasants. Unfortunately, this tower might just foil this entire attack. If we had a little bit more wolf presence. If the tower... No, okay, the tower is going to go down. And that means that the wolf are just going to kill these peasants endlessly, and that will set the Serpent clan back. I mean, eventually these 2 warriors will die. But in that time, maybe we'll see the Wolf clan build up another big force, or the Dragon clan build up a big force and come and attack the Serpent. This is actually so important for the game right now. And the tower is being built up in the wrong position. So the Wolf can do this again in the future. We really... If this Berserker dies to a goddamn Musketeer... Okay. He'll die to the Peasant though. Pretty likely, yeah. So... Ultimately, didn't get enough done. And there is still a lot of rice building up in this time, so it's not actually the end of the world for the Serpent clan. But the real problem is, they've got enough peasants, so they'll start collecting resources, then they'll get back to training units. Yeah, here we go, we're going to get another geisha. That takes them to 5 geisha. Here we go, the hand cannoneer is almost going to kill, and once this powder keg cannoneer is done, ideally he'll turn on the peasants, and then we'll see the Dragon clan get involved. And here we go, they're collecting resources. They'll start... Please stop building geishas. That's 6 geishas! Their plan is just to out-heal the enemy. It's the old Blood Bond strategy where you'd get a bunch of Ronin and Blood Bond a bunch of geishas, and then you'd send the Ronin in to fight, and the geishas would just constantly heal everything. And that was your entire force. Okay, so the geisha's gonna try and fight. Okay, this should be fun. Let's have a look how they go. Okay, yeah, the geisha's gonna clean that up. Okay, good on them. She's gonna watch. You never know how strong a unit is until you actually see it in action, you know? With something like the geisha, you never know if they can handle like a slinger at melee. I feel like the Wolf Clan should have stronger melee ranged units, you know? I feel like the... Oh, not even the slinger, what are they? Is there one up here somewhere? Are they called hurlers? Yeah. I feel like the hurlers should be stronger in melee than they are currently, because they... I mean, have you seen lacrosse players? If you've seen a lacrosse player, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this looks like it. The Dragon Clan is pushing out, and if they just keep following this trail of peasants down to this base, this could be very, very, very bad for the Serpent Clan. Now, what they're going to do is turn around and go for the Wolf Clan. Okay, thank God. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for them. What was that paving there? What was that? I was waiting for them to turn around and just wander off into the sunset. Pick a completely different fight. This isn't good. Dragon Clan, don't get distracted by two geishas on horses. This is invaluable for the Dragon Clan. Picking off the geishas while they're all separated means that they'll do the minimum amount of damage and get the maximum killing out of it. You're gonna see, yeah, one geisha down, two fan geisha down, another fan geisha going to go down. And now that they're all basically cleaned up, they can go down here and actually start tearing this base up. And they have a team composition to do it. 2 powder keg cannoneers, and then a bunch of samurai. The samurai will fight everything, and the powder kegs will destroy the tower. It's not like an optimal team composition. What you'd want is a mixed ball of frontline units, and base it off what you're going to go up against, because you know the Serpent Clan does have a lot of slashing, piercing kind of damage between their bandits, swordsmen, samurai, Ronin, sorry, and sharpshooters. They have a lot of that mixed slashing, piercing damage, so you want units that are resistant to that. Which I do think is samurai, to be honest. So you do want to send in samurai against Serpent Clan. You want some archers to do good damage at the back, and then you want some powder kegs to hit the buildings. But hitting the buildings is almost like secondary, because you want to win the fight before you destroy the base. And if building 2 powder kegs instead of, say, 2 archers or 2 samurais cause you to lose the fight, then it doesn't end up being worth it. What we're seeing here is the range units are getting traded out, and hopefully these samurai will come back and save at least 1 powder keg. But it looks like the Serpent will have a chance to rebuild, and again, we've had stalemate territories. All we needed was 1 clan to go in and hit the Serpent Clan again while they were down, and we just got caught in this middle fight again. It's very frustrating. I don't even know if the Dragon Clan has been down here to attack once. They probably have, but I don't know. It's very, very frustrating, this stalemate. Oh, they got a forest temple. Cool. So they actually are going up through the tech tree. Tech check over here. No real advancement. Tech check over here. No real advancement. Well, good on you, Wolf Clan. You know, I'm proud of you for making the effort. You can do with a shellry, you can do with a keep, get the shell lord out, forget having a shellry. But I think it's safe to assume at this point that the game's not going to progress. It's hit the stalemate, full stalemate, and that will have to be it. So we're going to call it there after that big fight we had where it went everywhere. And yeah, this samurai's going to get cleaned up. Down here, the samurai's getting cleaned up. Actually, they might win that. Oh no, they've got muskets. Muskets will tear samurai to pieces. And once all these samurai are dead... Oh, okay, he's got the dragon skin. That's pretty useful. Dragon skin, in case you're wondering, makes you resistant to explosive damage, which is invaluable for samurai who are normally vulnerable to it. Once it's worn off, he immediately got shot for it. Yeah. Alright, we'll call it there. They put up a good showing, but the game just doesn't end. And so now we get to see who out of the 3 players performed what I would call the best. And so here we see Wolf with 106 kills, I approve. Warlord Lotus with 93 units lost was mostly peasants. As you can see, they generated 85 peasants, and they were out of the game for a while. They lost the most buildings for the same reason. Warlord destroyed the most buildings, so good. Sorry, Serpent destroyed the most buildings. I should get that correct. Units trained, and yet not the most units lost. I'm kind of impressed by that. That's a little bit of a good job. We've got Yin Yang generated. Again, I think at this point we have to look at the Wolf Clan and the Dragon Clan really did the best, but I think the MVP has to go to I think it has to go to the Dragon Clan because they did the big blow against the Lotus. The Lotus got stuck fighting them for so long, and while Serpent eventually killed them off and Wolf contributed in that fight, and definitely got a lot of their kills that way, it was definitely Dragon who did the biggest blow and sort of brought them down and really made the most of that battle. I'll give this another go. There'll be another video very shortly after this one with different settings, different things, to see if I could just get the game to be a little bit more action-packed and exciting. But unfortunately, I'll do the occasional Battle Realms bot bash, but they tend to go stale very quickly and nothing progresses. But thank you all the same for watching. I hope you enjoyed quite a lot. I do enjoy these bot bashes, even if they do tend to get a bit stuck. And I hope you join me for the next one.